Contenders. I'm your host, Peg Young. I read an interesting article in the newspaper recently about an elementary school in Chungbuk province in Korea. They are actually playing music and English conversation tapes in the washrooms using just donated old computer speakers and an old car stereo system. It's a great idea to use old things to add a bit of spice and excitement to our lives. And I hope that our game, when our contenders come on our stage, and for you, the contenders, adds a bit of fun. Let's welcome today's contenders onto our stage. Thank you for joining us. We have the Line 6 team, Jason Sipperly and Gavin Jones. Hi. So what is Line 6?
Basically, we both live in Itaewon. We met each other in Itaewon, and Itaewon's on the number 6 subway line. Simple as that.
All right, so welcome to our stage,
Thanks.
Line 6, and good luck.
Thank you.
Going against Line 6 team, we have the BXL team, Chun Hyo-eun and No Yang-hwan. So what is BXL?
We both used to live in Belgium, Brussels, and BXL is the abbreviation of Brussels.
So welcome to our stage, BXL and Line 6 teams, and let's begin our game. We will start off with our multiple choice section, 10 multiple choice questions. You get to choose first, Line 6, Q, U, I, or Z.
We'll go with question set I.
All right, question set I, number 1. Of the following, which method of public transportation is not used in Korea? 1, bus, 2, taxi, 3, tram, 4, subway.
I think it's 3.
Number 3.
Tram.
We have a pretty great subway system, pretty convenient, isn't it?
Yes.
It's very easy,
Yes.
yeah.
And cheap.
Very cheap.
Going to question 2. Of the following, which of these singers is the odd one out? 1, Diana Ross, 2, Placido Domingo, 3, Luciano Pavarotti, and 4, Jose Carreras.
It's number 1,
Yeah,
Diana
number 1.
Ross.
Pretty easy start to the game. We go to question 3.
Yep, so far.
Of the following, which of these drinks is not derived from grapes? 1, sherry, 2, whiskey, 3, port, 4, wine.
That'd be number 2.
Going to question 4. Of the following, what are the 2 major elements of the sun's chemical composition? 1, hydrogen and oxygen, 2, hydrogen and helium, 3, oxygen and sodium, 4, oxygen and helium.
Go with number 1.
I think it's number 1, but you want
Chance.
You can use chance.
to... do you want to use the chance on that?
What do you want to do?
Chance.
Chance.
All right, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices.
Okay.
And now your final answer, please, Line 6.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Good guess. An excellent use of chance, and we go to question 5. Of the following, which language is not derived from Latin? 1, Romanian, 2, Hungarian, 3, Spanish, 4, Italian.
It's either number 1 or number 2.
Yeah.
Which one?
We have to guess. Number 2.
2, okay. Number 2.
Number 2.
Good guess again. The Hungarian language has a Finno-Ugric language root from a subfamily of the Uralic languages. And we go to question 6. Of the following, what is the lowest level of warning card that a referee can give in field hockey? 1, yellow card, 2, green card, 3, blue card, 4, red card.
Yeah. Sure. So, number 1, yellow
1.
card.
Actually, it is the green card that is the lowest. We end the section with 50 points on the board. And BXL, you can choose from Q, U, and Z.
Choice.
Q. Going with questions at Q, number 1. Of the following, merci is from what language? 1 Spanish, 2 Italian, 3 Dutch, 4 French.
4 French.
Going to question 2. Of the following, what is the name of the comic character Popeye's girlfriend? 1 Spinach, 2 Olive oil, 3 Bluto, 4 Strawberry.
2 olive oil.
Going to question 3. Cameron Diaz starred in There's Something About Mary and what other film? 1 Dumb and Dumber, 2 Runaway Bride, 3 Friends and Lovers, 4 Charlie's Angels.
Number 4.
Going to question 4. Of the following, where is the NATO headquarters? 1 Amsterdam, Netherlands, 2 London, England, 3 Brussels, Belgium, 4 New York City, USA.
Number 3, Brussels, Belgium.
Lucky category choice. And VXL, if you get this question right, you will tie with line 6. We go to question 5. Of the following, in which game is the player not expelled for a foul? 1 handball, 2 basketball, 3 soccer, 4 swimming.
Number 4, swimming.
Yes. You haven't used chance yet. We go to question 6. Of the following, Don Jose, Escamillo, Frasquita, and Michaela are from which opera? 1 The Pearl Fishers, 2 Rigoletto, 3 Salome, and 4 Carmen.
Chance, please.
All right, we will take away 2 of the incorrect choices and make things easier on you. BXL, your final answer, please.
Which one would you like?
Number 2.
Carmen. And BXL and line 6, you are tied as we go to the second section. And now we will see how well you work together as a team. This is our password category. You are not to use any of the words or phrases we give you on the board. Line 6, your turn first. And your category is famous group singers. Are you ready?
Sure.
Go.
Starts with Q. Freddie
Queen.
Mercury. Yeah. Starts with N. Justin Timberlake's old band.
NSYNC.
Starts with J. Beatles.
John Lennon.
Starts with B. 80s boy band.
Backstreet Boys.
Starts with B. 70s.
Bee Gees.
Starts with E. Paul McCartney's later band.
Pass.
Okay. Starts with M. Song by Queen.
Mamma Mia. No. Pass.
That was
Yeah?
right. That was wrong. Starts with D. New song. The second 2 words. The second word is a small person. Girl's name first, small person second. Very
Pass.
popular.
Pass.
Oh, okay. It starts with A. 80s band. They did the song All That She Wants.
Ace of Base.
Starts with B. Pass. Pass. Starts with G. Punk rock singer. Punk rock blonde. Okay, pass. Starts with W. British boy band.
Westlife.
Yes. Starts with A. It's a Spanish word for water.
Aqua.
Starts with B. They're kind of popular hip hop band now. 3 words.
Black Eyed Peas.
Yes. And pass.
You didn't quite get to all the things she said. We couldn't give you Backstreet Boys because you used boys as part of your hint, and I could see why Boys to Men might have proved difficult for you to give hints to. But you could have sung a song, which you didn't do.
No, he didn't.
No.
Oh no.
All right. You end the section with 140 points on the board. And now, BXL, your turn. Your category is models and designers.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. What is this category about?
Fashion, models, designers.
Yeah, but what kind of
Uh,
person who walks down the street?
Model.
S. Starts with an
Supermodel.
S. Yes. A black British
Naomi
model.
Campbell.
Yep. The way they go down the stage in a fashion show.
Walk. Catwalk.
Yep. Okay, she's a Chinese American and
Anna Sui.
yeah. She's pretty short, 168.
Kate Moss?
Yeah. Where you keep the animals, it's a kind of movie. It's a movie.
Pass.
Pass. Okay, he's got a famous exchange line. AX.
Armani. Giorgio Armani.
Yeah. She's African American. She starred in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Tyra Banks.
Yeah. This man designs pretty bags. It starts with an M. American, I think. A common name. Pass. Sorry. It's pass. Okay. He's got a famous perfume, the One. Unisex
CK.
perfume.
Calvin Klein.
Yeah. Pass. Pass. Okay. 2 gay couples, Italian.
Dolce & Gabbana.
Yeah. Polo.
Ralph Lauren.
Pass.
I was pretty impressed with the pretty bags from like Marc Jacobs. You didn't get to the answer, and you knew Kate Moss's height.
Yeah, I studied this morning.
All right,
Yeah.
and it shows. VXL, you've got the lead, 150 points on the board. And now moving on to our third section, let's welcome Mr. David Huang.
Hey, Unyoung, how are you?
All right, how are you?
Love the polka dots.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
I love the pink.
Thank you very much. I secretly love pink. Just kidding. Anyway, here we go. BXL, line 6, welcome to the Contenders stage. It's a very close game, so I wish you guys the best of luck. There's plenty of game left. So without further ado, let me introduce to you the next section, okay? All right, this next section is a round of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to buzz in will get the first chance to answer. Now, if that team gets that question wrong, that chance will be given to the other team. Now, if neither of you guys can figure it out, we're nice enough here on the Contenders to give you the help of a spelling hint. It will show up on your screen. And there's 15 questions in all, 30 points per question, 5 seconds to answer each one. You got it?
Yeah.
So let's have question number 1.
All right, question number 1 is about study. Long before the advent of fast food culture, teenagers with monstrous appetites disdained the counting of calories. In the time of dinosaurs, none were more gluttonous than this. This is the fierce predator that lived about 85 to 65 million years ago.
Line 6.
T-Rex?
Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Yes, it is the T-Rex or Tyrannosaurus Rex. And line 6, you've got the lead. It's a very close game, 170 versus 150, and we move on to question 2.
All right, question number 2 is about river. Physicists have carried out a successful teleportation experiment with particles of light over a distance of 600 meters across this river in Austria. Long-distance teleportation is crucial if dreams of superfast quantum computing are to be realized. It is a river of Europe, second longest after the Volga, rising in the
Line 6.
Danube?
Yes. We would have also taken the Don now, the German. Moving on to question 3.
Question number 3 is about city. The Imam Ali Shrine, a compound in this city, reputedly holds priceless ancient manuscripts and houses a silver-covered tomb of the Shiite Saint Ali. While Iraqi forces might easily overpower the Shiite insurgents hiding inside, any raid carries considerable risk.
Line 6.
Najaf.
Yes. It is the Iraqi holy city where the resistance is hiding out. We move on to question 4.
Question number 4 is about economy. The United Nations said that soaring oil prices could shave as much as 1 percentage point from Asia's blank growth this year, forcing the region to make painful adjustments. This is the total value of goods and services produced in a country over a period of time.
Line 6.
Gross domestic product.
Yes. We would have taken just GDP as well. And BXL, I encourage you to buzz in, take a chance. We move on to question 5.
All right, question number 5 is about person. Last month, this person was picked to sit on the jury for a murder trial.
Line 6.
Oprah Winfrey?
Yes. And she's going to be paid $17.20 per day.
Standard.
It is
Yeah.
standard. Considering that she's a billionaire, I'm sure it doesn't mean much to her, but she does get a perk. She gets to enter through the side entrance instead of the front, which is, I guess, for celebrities only.
Moving on to our next question.
All right, question number 6 is about space. Astronomers have used measurements from 2 distant stars to come up with an age for our galaxy, named this. The age was determined by measuring...
Line 6.
Milky Way.
Yes. And BXL, I see you trying to buzz in. You've just got to buzz in more quickly to go against the Line 6 team. And Line 6, you are moving ahead. Let's move on to our next question.
All right, our next question, number 7, is about entertainment. Last month, a woman accused of stalking this actress has been deemed mentally...
Line 6.
Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Yes. She won Best Supporting Actress for Chicago, the dancing role. Did you enjoy the movie?
I loved it, yeah, one of my
Did
favorites.
you enjoy the dancing?
Yeah.
She did most of the dancing herself, and she was very proud of that, as well as the singing. So, moving on to question 8.
All right, question number 8 is about business. The Rail, Maritime and Transport Union said that this company's workers have recently voted 2-1 in favor of strikes over their pay. This is a train service that connects London with Paris and Brussels. Trains across this English Channel through the Channel Tunnel.
Line 6.
The channel?
BXL, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
What is this company?
BXL, 5 seconds. BXL?
Eurostar?
Yeah. And moving on to question 9.
Moving on, question number 9 is about country. Explorers said last month that an ancient walled city complex inhabited some 1,300 years ago by a culture which was later conquered by the Incas has been discovered deep in this country's Amazon jungle. Before the Spanish arrived, the country was home to various
Line 6.
Mexico?
BXL, your chance to answer, he'll finish the question.
was home to various pre-Incan cultures and later to the Inca Empire. What is this country?
BXL, 5 seconds. BXL?
Ecuador.
Let's take a look at the hint. Line 6.
Peru.
Yes, it is Peru, home to the Incas. Going to 10.
Number 10 is about writer. On August 18th, 1850, this writer was born in Tourou-en-Dreux-et-Loire, France. He would become one of the notable creators of realism in literature, though his work is still largely in the tradition of French literary romanticism. His work habits are legendarily intimidating. He wrote for up to 15 hours a day, fueled by innumerable cups of black coffee. Who is this French novelist?
French novelist. Tradition of French literary romanticism. Line 6.
Victor Hugo?
BXL, 5 seconds. Why don't we take a look at the hint? Line 6.
Honoré de Balzac?
Yes. And imagine writing 15 hours a day. Amazing. We move on to question 11.
Question number 11 is about issue. A British archaeologist says he has found the cave used by this New Testament figure.
Line 6.
John the Baptist.
Yes. And John the Baptist is regarded as a prophet by Christianity, Islam, and Mandaeanism. And we go to our next question.
Our next question is number 12, and it is about health. A type of this substance which helps increase lifespan in yeast and worms could offer hope for new treatments in diseases such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. It is any of a large number of organic compounds that make up living organisms and are essential to their functioning. The word this is coined from the Greek proteios, meaning holding first place. What is this?
Line 6.
Proteins?
Yes. Proteos, protein. And we move on to question 13.
Question number 13 is about music. Although he only won 1 Oscar during his 50-year career, this composer was nominated 14 times, most recently in 2002. This Oscar-winning composer, famous for scores including The Great Escape, The Magnificent Seven, and The Ten Commandments, died on August 18th at the age of 82. His death robbed the world of one of film score's greatest masters. Who is this?
Line 6.
Henry Mancini?
BXL, your chance to 5 seconds. Let's take a look at the hint. Line 6.
Elmer Bernstein.
Yes. Appreciated our hint.
Yeah. I've just guessed at the name. I've got no idea who he is.
Moving on to question 14.
Question number 14 is about titles. According to a recent poll, this film has emerged as the best British film of all time. This 1962 film, which starred Peter O'Toole as the enigmatic figure, was one of 4 classics directed by David Lean to make it into the top 10 in the poll. What is this Oscar-winning epic film?
Let's take a look at the hint. Line 6.
Lawrence of Arabia.
Yes. And now we have come to our last question of the section.
All right, our last question, number 15, is about plant. A small study found that this juice thinned the blood of those with type 2 diabetes. Researchers have found that drinking this juice for 3 weeks had a blood thinning effect in the people with diabetes. This is grown worldwide for its brightly colored edible fruits, which is usually red from the pigment lycopene. What is this?
Line 6.
Tomato.
Yes, it is tomato. And with that line 6, you get to go on to the finals. Congratulations. BXL, what do you want to say to your supporters?
We had a good time here, and thank you for supporting us. Anything else to say? Yeah, that's
All right,
about
thank
it.
you very much for joining us today.
Smile is worth a million words.
And line 6, now you'll be going against 2-time previous winners, the Brando team. How do you feel?
We saw them earlier. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a little nervous, but we'll be all right.
We'll be right back after this with line 6 and Brando. To our final stage, let's welcome back the Brando team. Welcome back to our stage, Matt Yeldon and Chad Luff. It's great to see you again. You're attempting to win number 3 in a row. And so, how far do you see your ambitions?
Europe, right?
Europe.
Europe.
All the way to Europe. Line 6, you're going to try to tackle them, right?
We're going to try.
Absolutely.
All right. Good luck to both Line 6 and Brando teams. Let's get on with our game. In our final section, we'll be giving you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each. They're ranked in difficulty, 10 to 50 points. If you get the first question correct, you can choose the next question. What are today's categories?
All right, today's categories are Stars of Athens, Medical History, What's in a Name, Ships of Note, and Magic Knowledge.
And I will choose Stars of Athens, 10 points. This Korean women's team continued holding on to the world record by winning 5 consecutive Olympic championship titles since the Seoul Olympics in 1988. This is the sports event where the dominant South Korean team won their 11th straight title with a narrow 241 to 240 win over China. Brando.
Archery.
Yes, it is the archery. And they won against the Chinese team, and Koreans, or the Korean team, boasts of being the top in the world. And it's good to see you on the board. Brando, you get to choose.
Let's take medical history for 10.
Medical history, 10 points.
By the way, this is a multiple choice question, so each team only has 1 chance, so be careful, okay? Gregor Johann Mendel was an Austrian monk who is often called the father of genetics for his study of the inheritance of traits in this. What is this? 1, dog, 2, red radish, 3, pumpkin, 4, pea.
Brando.
P.
Yes, the Mendelian peas. Brando, you get to choose.
Let's go with what's in a name for 10, please.
What's in a name? 10 points. Byzantium was originally settled by Greek colonists from Megara in 667 BC and was named after their king, Byzantus. Its name is a Latinization of the original Greek name Byzantium. The location of Byzantium attracted Constantine the Great, who, in AD 330, refounded it as line 6.
Constantinople.
Brando, it is your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. Constantine the Great, who in AD 330 refounded it as Nova Roma Constantinopolis, or Constantinople. In the 20th century, the city was renamed to become this. What is the modern name of the city which once was called Byzantium? Brando.
Istanbul.
Yes. And it is the largest city in Turkey. On May 29th, 1453, the city fell to the Ottoman Turks and was a part of the Ottoman Empire until its official dissolution on November 1st, 1922. Since then, it has remained a part of the Republic of Turkey, and it was part of the hint. And Brando, you get to choose.
Let's go with medical history for 20, please.
Medical history, 20 points.
The first this was made of wood. It was invented by Laennec in 1819 and was originally designed to be used by only 1 year. By 1852, it had been modified to a 2-ear instrument with the rubber tubing similar.
Line 6.
Hearing aid?
Brando, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Similar to those used today. This instrument has 2 types of contact pieces. The first is the bell type of contact, which picks up low-pitched sounds, while the second is a diaphragm type.
Brando.
Go ahead. Stethoscope.
Yes. It is used for diagnosis, and Laennec first made it out of wood. And Brando, you get to choose.
Medical history for 30, please.
Medical history, 30 points.
This microbiologist was initially trained as a chemist. In his early work as a chemist, he resolved a problem concerning the nature of tartaric acid in 1849. He proved that microorganisms cause fermentation and disease.
Brando.
Louis Pasteur.
Yes. He also originated vaccines and was the first person to use them in treating rabies, anthrax, and chicken cholera. So this great French scientist gave us pasteurized milk and more. And line 6, I see you buzzing in. You've just got to go faster to go against the Brando team. And Brando, you get to choose.
Magic knowledge for 10.
Magic knowledge, 10 points.
Hello contenders, my name is Jong-Soo Kim, and as you can see, I'm a magician. These days, people don't just stop at watching magic, they're trying to learn them. You should know that once you get the taste of it, it's really hard to get out of it. Let me ask you a question. How much of you do you know about the world of magic? Why don't we find out together by answering these simple questions? This is a 10-point question. You may have watched several movies appearing a magician. Which one of these following movies has no connection with magic or a magician? Number 1, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Number 2, Practical Magic. 3, The Blair Witch Project. Number 4,
Line 6.
Number 4.
Number 4.
I'm going to read it to you. The last one. 4, Wizard of Oz. Brando, 5 seconds. Brando.
Blair Witch Project?
Yes. And it is the Blair Witch Project, which had nothing to do with magic. And Brando, you get to choose.
Magic knowledge for 20, please.
Magic knowledge, 20 points.
This term means twist or bend, has its origin in the ancient Anglo-Saxon word Wicca. This ancient word is derived from the word Wicke, which means wise. It is also related to the German word weihen, which means to concentrate or bless. Some say that the origin of the term dates back to thousands of years, to the days when the goddesses were worshipped.
Abracadabra.
Line 6, it is your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
Reverence for the powers of nature and for women as creators of new life. What is this term that means somebody with magic powers?
Line 6, 5 seconds. Line 6.
Witch.
Yeah. And it's good to see you on the board, Line 6, and you get to choose.
Let's go with what's in a name for 20.
What's in a name for 20 points? In Major League Baseball, players like Roberto Alomar, Lance Berkman, Chipper Jones, Mickey Mantle, Eddie Murray, and Pete Rose share a similar characteristic. They commonly hit from the right side of the plate against left-handed pitchers and from the left side of the plate against right-handed pitchers. Brando.
Switch hitter?
Yes. A baseball player who is both left and right-handed, and switch for switching the batting arm. And Brando, you get to choose.
Medical history for 40 points.
Medical history, 40 points.
This disease is thought to have caused the most harm to the most people. It is one of the most ancient infections known to humans. This was noted in some of the West's earliest medical records in the 5th century BC, when Hippocrates differentiated its fevers into 3 types according to their time cycles. It is a serious, acute, and chronic relapsing infection in humans. Symptoms of this include fever, shivering, joint pain, vomiting, and convulsions. What is this?
Line 6.
Cholera.
Brando, 5 seconds. Brando.
Influenza?
Listen to the hint. This means bad air in Italian and was formerly called ague in English. Line 6.
Malaria.
Yeah. Yes, malaria. And line 6, you get to choose.
Let's go ships of note, 10.
Yeah.
Ships of note, 10 points.
All right, ships of note, 10 points.
This is also a multiple choice question, so you only have one guess, all right? Here we go. The ship Mayflower carried the first load of pilgrims from Great Britain to North America. What type of ship was the Mayflower? 1, a tourist cruise ship. 2, paddle wheel steamship. 3, sailing ship. 4, the trireme.
Brando.
3, sailing ship?
Yes. The trireme, by the way, is a 3-level rowing ship. And Brando, you get to choose.
Let's keep going with ships of note, 20.
Ships of note, 20 points.
This novel's plot was inspired in part by the sinking of a ship named Essex on November 20, 1820. It was a whaling ship from Nantucket, Massachusetts. The ship went down 2,000 miles from the western coast of South America after it was attacked by an 80-ton sperm whale.
Line 6.
Moby-Dick.
Yes. Led by its Quaker captain, Ahab. And it's written by Melville. And line 6, you're catching up 80 versus Brando's lead of 120 points. Very close game, and you get to choose.
Let's stick with the same category, 30.
All right, ships of note, 30 points.
For 30 points, the Roosevelt was a 184-foot ship specially designed for polar exploration. This person and Matthew Henson traveled on it on their 1909 voyage to the North Pole. Polar historians believe that this person honestly thought that he had reached the pole. However, a 1996 analysis of a newly discovered copy...
Brando.
Shackleton.
Line 6, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
...of this person's record indicates that he almost certainly was 20 miles or 32 kilometers short of the pole. He is a U.S. Arctic explorer usually credited with leading the first expedition to reach the North Pole. Who is this?
Line 6, 5 seconds. Line 6.
Amundsen?
We're talking about polar exploration, and he and Matthew Henson traveled on the Roosevelt in 1909. We credited him with going to the North Pole. Line 6.
Perry?
It is, yes, Robert Peary. 20 kilometers. It's close. Line 6, you're catching up 110 versus Brando's 120, and you get to choose.
We'll continue with ships of note for 40.
Ships of note, 40 points.
Alrighty, moving on. Christopher Columbus was commanding a fleet of 3 ships when he discovered America in 1492. The Nina, Pinta, and this.
Line 6.
Santa Maria.
Yes. This was Christopher Columbus's flagship. And it was the biggest ship, by the way. It was originally named the Mary Gallant, and it was a 98-foot wooden nau, or typical cargo ship. Her sister ships, Nina and Pinta, are less than half her size, and they returned safely to Spain, whereas she suffered catastrophe. And the ship shares the same name with the city in central Rio Grande do Sul state in southern Brazil. And line 6, you are in the lead now, 150 versus Brando's 120. It's a very close game, and you get to choose.
Finish up the category for 50.
All right, ships of note, 50 points.
According to recent news, this ship is in danger of a total collapse. Rotten wood and corroded metal are placing the entire ship in jeopardy.
Brando.
Titanic.
Line 6, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
This vessel served in the English-Chinese tea trade through the 1870s, later in the Australian wool trade, and finally as a training ship. It is one of only 3 such composite ships left in the world, with a frame of wrought iron clad in wooden planking.
Line 6.
Mary Rose.
And let's finish the question. It's open to both teams.
What is this ship, which is a famous landmark of maritime Greenwich in London?
And since 1954, it has remained in a special dry dock at Greenwich, visited by generations of school kids. Barry Brothers and Rudd Company used the name to name its Scotch whiskey. Brando.
Cutty Sark.
Yes. Brando, you've got the lead. You get to choose.
Why did I have a feeling that that hint would give it away?
Brando?
Let's go with Magic Knowledge for 30.
Magic Knowledge, 30 points.
Welcome to the 30-point question. This person is a renowned magician and illusionist, best known for his combinations of spectacular illusions and storytelling such...
Brando.
David Copperfield.
Yes. He's known for having been engaged to Claudia Schiffer, the model, and he was born David Seth Kotkin in Metuchen, New Jersey on September 16, 1956. And according to Forbes magazine, he is the 13th highest paid performer in the world. So, magic. is not just for laughs. And Brando, you get to choose.
Continue with 40, please.
All right, we go with magic knowledge, 40 points.
Welcome to the 40-point question. Magic is also called conjuring, prestidigitation, or sleight of hand. It is the theoretical representation of the defiance of natural law. Legerdemain meaning light or nimble of hand, and this meaning the performance of tricks were the terms initially used to designate exhibitions of deception.
Line 6.
Illusionist?
Brando, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Records of this is from the 15th century in Egypt. This is the art of repeatedly throwing several objects in the air and catching them so that at least one object remains in the air at all time. What is this?
Brando, 5 seconds. Brando.
Juggling.
Yes. It's one of the circus arts as well. Brando, what would you like to have?
We'll close it out with 50, please.
All right, magic knowledge, 50 points.
Welcome to the 50-point question. The roots of magic come from these people who lived between 700 BC and 100 AD. Believed to be descendants of Indo-Europeans, they were brilliant and dynamic people of great gifted artists, musicians, storytellers, metalworkers, expert farmers, and fierce warriors. They were much feared by their adversaries, the Romans, who would eventually adopt.
Brando.
Mongols.
Line 6, your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
A number of their customs and traditions. Their tribes and groups eventually became spread out to the British Isles and northern Spain. Who are they?
Line 6, 5 seconds. Line 6.
Celts?
Yes. And linguistically, they survive in the modern Celtic speakers of Ireland, High Scotland, the Isle of Man, Wales, and Brittany. And line 6, you're just 40 points behind the lead of Brando, 240, and you get to choose.
Back to the name.
Sure. What's in a name? 30.
What's in a name? 30 points. This is the only planet that spins on its side relative to the other solar planets. All other planets spin either counterclockwise or clockwise. It is almost 15 times as massive as the Earth. Brando.
Jupiter.
Line 6, your chance to answer. And its volume exceeds that of the latter by more than 50 times. Also, the planet has a moon called Oberon, which was named after the king of the fairies in A Midsummer Night's Dream of Shakespeare. What is this planet? Line 6, 5 seconds. Line 6.
Uranus?
Yes, it is the 7th major planet from the sun. So it spins like this. And what would you like to have next? You're very close, 10 points behind Brando's lead. You get to choose.
What's in a name for 40?
What's in a name? 40 points. This was first issued on January 29th, 1856, recognizing the acts of valor during the Crimean War of 1854 to 1855. The original inscription on this was for bravery, but this was amended to for valor on the recommendation. Brando.
Medal of Valor?
Line 6, your chance to answer. On the recommendation of the Queen, she thought some might erroneously consider that only recipients were brave in battle. What is this highest decoration awarded for bravery by the British Armed Forces? Line 6, 5 seconds. Line 6.
The Victoria Cross.
Yes. The medal takes the form of the Maltese cross or the cross pate, which is 1.375 inches wide. It bears a crown surmounted by a lion and the inscription. The ribbon is crimson and 1.5 inches wide. And line 6, you're in the lead now. You get to choose.
Finish it.
Finish
50.
it for 50?
All right, what's in a name? 50 points. This person took a passionate delight in the pursuit of knowledge from his very infancy. He is reported to have worked out long arithmetic sums by means of pebbles and biscuit crumbs before he knew the figures. He is a French physicist who is generally Brando.
Descartes.
Line 6, your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. He is a French physicist who is generally credited as one of the main discoverers of electromagnetism. The unit of measurement of electric current is named after him. Who gave his... Line 6.
Ampere.
Yes, it is André Marie Ampere. In physics, the ampere is the symbol A, which is often informally abbreviated to amp, and is the SI base unit used to measure electrical currents. And line 6, you get to choose.
Stars of Athens, 20.
Stars of Athens, 20 points. This person said, "This was never a dream of mine when I was growing up." She retired the first time in 1994 and came back to play doubles in 2000. She said that 2004 will be her final season, and for this tennis star, the Athens Games meant... Line 6.
Martina Navratilova.
Yes. She didn't win the gold medal in the Olympics, this Czech-born American tennis player, but she has dozens of Grand Slam titles and the year's #1 ranking. She was a rookie at the Olympics at the age of 47. And line 6, you get to choose.
We'll stick with Stars of Athens, 30.
Stars of Athens, 30 points. In women's gymnastics, this person ruined Svetlana Korkina's hopes of a fairy tale end to her career by claiming gold in the women's all-around event. Brando.
Christy Carrington.
Line 6, it is your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. Svetlana Korkina is the 25-year-old Russian with 3 all-round world championship titles. She hoped to round off her career with the Olympic title, which had always eluded her. However, this American performed solidly, and her excellent floor routine secured for her a gold medal. Who is this American gymnast? Line 6.
Carly Patterson.
Yes. And line 6, what would you like?
Number 4, or 40. For 40, sorry.
All right, Stars of Athens, 40 points. In the track and field events, the double Olympic champion Haile Gebrselassie ended his wonderful track career in disappointment, limping home 5th after a difficult race. The new champion was this person. He was crowned Olympic 10,000-meter champion after a blistering burst of speed destroyed his rivals. This world record holder ran 53.02 seconds for the last 400 meters to win in 27 minutes, 5.11 seconds. Who is this Ethiopian track star? The Ethiopian track star. Name all the track star you can remember offhand.
I have no idea.
5 seconds, both teams. Brando.
Bonito.
Line 6, 5 seconds. Line 6.
Bengali.
Okay. I'm just going to give you the answer. It's Kenenisa Bekele.
Okay.
Okay. And we've got 2 left on the board. Why don't we go with medical history, 50 points.
All right, medical history for 50 points. This was the first psychotropic drug. It was used to treat the bipolar disorder, or otherwise known as manic depression, and is still used today. It interferes with the synthesis and reuptake of chemical...
Line 6.
Prozac.
Brando, your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Of chemical messengers by which nerve cells communicate with each other. It also affects the concentrations of tryptophan and serotonin in the brain. In addition, it increases the production of white blood cells in the bone marrow. What is this?
Brando, 5 seconds. Brando?
Morphine.
It is the chemical symbol with the symbol Li. Line 6.
Lithium.
Yes. And it's primarily used in heat transfer alloys and batteries. Lithium has been used since the 1950s, and currently they are most frequently used as a preparation called lithium carbonate, which was not approved by the FDA, or the US FDA, until 1970. The first psychotropic drug. And we have just one question left on the board. Stars of Athens, 50 points. Michael Phelps' hopes of winning 8 Olympic gold medals were dashed. Brando.
Swimming?
Line 6, your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. Dashed after this country beat the USA into 3rd in the men's 100-meter freestyle relay. This country's Rick Neethling, Roland Schumann, Darian Townsend, and Lyndon Ferns swam superbly to set a world record of 3 minutes, 13.17 seconds. The quartet's astonishing time beat the previous mark by more than half a second. What is this gold medal team that won the men's 4x100 meters freestyle relay swimming? Line 6.
South Africa?
Yes. It is the southernmost country in the African continent, Pretoria and Cape Town. And line 6, with that, you have become our new winners. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Brando, you already are winners. You have tickets to Japan.
Konnichiwa.
And are you looking forward to your trip?
Definitely. My girlfriend, Namiko, is Japanese, so it'll be fun to go with her.
Wow. Well, congratulations again. 2-time winners.
Thank you.
And now, line 6, I'm sure having the support of the students behind you helped.
Of course it did. Yeah. Thanks for coming. Thanks.
And what do you want to say to your supporters at home?
I would just like to thank my supervisor for giving me some time off this afternoon so I could be here. And I want to say hello to my mom and my best friend at home. I'm going to make videotapes and send it to her. Send it to them. So.
You can also catch our games via the internet. Okay. And
same, just to thank you to my school for letting me be here today, and just hi to everybody. That's it. See you all soon.
Congratulations again. So we have a new winner this week, line 6. We'll see them again next week. Join us then. Bye-bye.